Managing Director of Indiabulls Real Estate joins us now on the show. Vishal, good morning. Thanks much. If you can tell us the logic, clearly your press release says that your commercial real estate is the performing business. But why would you demerger? Would you want to get a strategic investor? What's the purpose?
Good morning, Lata. What happened is earlier today, our board had a meeting and we have approved the restructuring of the existing business into commercial leasing as well as development for sale. The commercial leasing business for us generates about 692 crores of annuity revenue in this fiscal year, and that has about 5.2 million square feet of completed properties, which is one Indiabulls Center, Indiabulls Finance Center in Lower Parel, and one Indiabulls Park in Chennai. And the residential business is having a lot of products like Blue Estate and Club, which is in Worli, the London property, the Gurugram property, and the Chennai property. So the whole idea behind this is to look at these two businesses separately, and for the commercial leasing business, we would be looking for either a strategic partner who comes in as an equity investment, or we would demerge that business, and that decision will be taken by the committee and presented to the board in due course. And on the residential side, the focus would be like Blue Estate and Club alone will generate about 2,700 crores of net surplus for us over the next 12 to 18 months. Plus, there are about another 16 projects which will also contribute to the net surplus as and when they complete. And the goal would be for a long-term strategy to focus on joint venture with landowners without incurring huge upfront land acquisition costs, and hence deliver a high return on equity on that business.
Okay. Vishal, hi, good morning. You've told us that your commercial business will increase to 1,350 crores of annuity revenues in the next 3 years. But can you give us a slightly, shorter term objective? Over the next 1 year, how much of annuity revenues can you generate, and how much will your overall debt in the commercial business come down to over the next 1 year?
The focus on the commercial side would be based on the signed lease agreements that we have on all the three properties. We would generate 692 crores of annuity revenue this year, which would more than service the debt, the net debt on the business, and also contribute to fund construction. We have 4 projects lined up for construction, and over the next 3 years, we will see this annuity income increase on account of rent escalations, and also these 4 new properties, one commercial development in Indiabulls Finance Center, one commercial development in Blue at Worli, and 2 more commercial developments in Gurugram. That would contribute the balance, taking the entire annuity revenue to about 1,357 crores in 3 fiscal years by FY 2021.
Okay. Vishal, good morning. So, going forward, what would be the shareholding pattern of this business? Would you be looking to induce strategic investors as well?
On the commercial leasing side, we would be talking to a few parties to come in as a strategic investor onto the commercial leasing part, and either that or we would demerge, and that is a decision that would be taken by the board in due course.
Okay. Are you close to raising any money in commercial assets for a REITs listing in India? Because, your Singapore REITs has not really done too well. Is it an option that you could perhaps fold up the REITs in Singapore and look for a REITs listing in India?
In Singapore listing, our public float has gone to less than 10%, and the stock is suspended for trading. Post a decision with the other investors in Singapore, we could look at REIT in India as well. We are observing a lot of statutory changes in this regard, and we would continue to look at the changes that happen with respect to stamp duty avoidance, etc., which will make a REIT listing in India more attractive. So we are watching these developments quite closely.
Vishal, until now, the expectation of an investor in the integrated Indiabulls Real Estate is that the amount of money you're generating through rents and annuity rents in commercial business could be used to pay off your debt, which is largely sitting in the residential space. Now, if you demerge, there is a fear that that debt will not come down.
For the residential space, the projects that we have under the residential portfolio, especially the Blue Estate and Club, that project will be completed in 12 to 18 months. And based on the sold inventory and very little inventory that we have left for sales, that alone will generate a net surplus of about 2,700 crores in the residential business. So the residential business right now post restructuring will have about 4,400 crores of debt, and with this the Blue Estate and Club net surplus, that itself will bring it down to a net debt of less than 2,000 crores. And with the other projects contributing to the net surplus, that debt level is quite comfortable. And even going forward, our strategy would be to do joint ventures with landowners so that we don't incur significant upfront land acquisition costs, thereby further controlling the debt, and hence we can give a high return on equity on that business.
So your commercial rents will not be used to bring down the overall debt of the company?
The commercial rents, the annuity revenue of 692 crores in this fiscal will more than service the debts and fund construction. I mentioned about 4 projects that will add 3.15 million square feet of commercial leasing space, taking that portfolio from 5.2 million to 8.35 million square feet. And that's a huge amount of development that we can do. And by fiscal year 2021, the annuity revenue from that portfolio will account to about 1,350 crores of annuity revenue.
So from this 3,950 crores of debt that you're sitting on just in the commercial business, over the next 12 months, how much do you think it could fall to?
The number of 57 crores is not the net debt number. It's actually the growth in the annuity revenue, which will grow from the current 692 crores to this number of 1,357 crores. Okay. And the focus on the commercial leasing business is because of the steady stream of annuity revenue. There is no issue in servicing the debt. And also, once these new projects come through, that would generate more annuity revenue. And with the strategic investor also coming in, the net debt levels in this company would further go down.
Okay, one quick question. Will Ratan India Power benefit at all from the group generally getting more money?
The company that you mentioned is already split in terms of Indiabulls Real Estate and Ratan India, and that split happened a long time ago, along with the promoter split as well. So there is no cross holdings, no interest between the companies.
Okay. Finally, then, when can we expect the listing of the commercial business, if at all?
What board has done is they have constituted a committee which will look at both these options of either a strategic investor coming in or a demerger happening, and that decision will be taken in due course and then put back to the board for approval. So it should happen in a few months.
All right, we'll have to leave